Alright, today we're going to be working on a piece of driftwood. I'm going to try to put a little bear walking up here. Um, it has a big hollow spot in the back here, so hopefully I'll have enough room to get it in there. I'm going to give it a shot, get it roughed out, and see what it looks like. So here we go. Alright, on this carving we're starting out here, just cutting this guy out a little bit. Cutting around him. That's going to be his rear end right there. I'm cutting that groove. Just trying to get down through the wood. And, also going to clean up the sides a little bit so I can kind of get a profile view of them. Then we'll start carving them in. This was a pretty hard piece of wood, and you'll see me changing bits periodically, but it was just I was looking for one that would cut it a little better, so I was going with some pretty coarse grits on the Dremel. Just seeing what I had and what would cut it the best. Wasn't more for shaping or anything like that. It was more for just removal of wood. Leaving the spot where I think his ears are going to be at, and leaving them stick up a little bit. That's the two little bumps there. That band right behind there is his shoulders, front shoulders. I'm just kind of working everything down and keeping everything pretty big right now until we get everything figured out what the size it is, and then we'll start shaving it down. I did have a picture of a bear that I was using just as a reference, just for size a little bit, or scale, I guess, more than size. But it was facing the other direction, so I was having to turn everything around in my brain. But worked out pretty well. Had a little bit of a bad spot on the back side of the wood there, you can see, but it wasn't soft more than maybe 1/8 of an inch down. It just wasn't there. That was the problem. But I just carved the one side there, so you can set it on a shelf and look at it, and it'll look like it's all there. I'm staying close to his nose and close to his rear end there, just till I decide what I'm going to put in front of him and behind him. See right there, I decided to just leave a rock sticking up, so I just cut around it a little bit so I remember it's there, and back to working on the bear. I have two Dremels there, so if one starts getting warm, I just grab the other one, or if I need the other bit, it makes it easier than just switching the bits back and forth. I just used one for a couple of years, and then they dropped the price on them down pretty low, so I bought another one. That's a lot nicer having two. A lot of time spent on this, just digging out around the bear, because like I said, this was a hard piece of wood, so it took a little while to dig that out. The bit that I have in here is actually a broke off roto zip bit, 1/8 inch roto zip bit, spiral one. I use it sometimes just to get into tight places, and usually it'll cut away wood pretty fast, but you can see it was smoking pretty good on this. This is a medium grit flame bar that I'm using, and just real light pressure, just getting in, and it's pretty new, so it's pretty sharp, and I can get in and just clean up between his legs there a little bit, and on the inside of his legs, his belly. I switched over to micro motor. It's a little bit easier to hold on to, and it's with that finer bit in there, it sands it real nice. With light pressure, you can still remove the wood and shape stuff the way you want it. Decided to add a little log, lay it on the ground here. Put a little shrubbery or a little pine tree behind him there, and adding some rocks and stuff. Took a real sharp pointy bit and went around his feet there and kind of made it look a little bit grassy underneath of him. I used a coarse bit on my little micro motor there, and just kind of went in the direction that the fur was going and cut that fur in. It's a real light texture fur, but it just gives it a nice look for that size of a carving. Just detailing out the rocks behind him there a little bit. That's how I put that grass in right there. I was just kept poking in there with that sharp bit. When I was putting that grass in, I got the carving a little bit too close to me. I got it out of the camera views. That's why I didn't show too much of it. Use a really stiff paintbrush or a toothbrush to rub this Minwax paste wax in. I'll let it dry a few minutes out in the sun, and then just go over it with a shoe brush and polish it up. Alright, so I got our little bear done. I did run into a little problem back here with the legs. I figured I was going to run into that, but it's going to be sitting on a shelf, so it's going to look good anyways. I love the way it turned out. If you ever run into that, just carve it like it's there, and then just pretend it's there. And anyways, this little bear turned out pretty sweet. If you like it, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and see you next week. Thanks for watching.